Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We get a list of 11 properties, so it's a pretty manageable list. We'll try and get through as quick as we can so you can get on with your day. So 1155 McDowell is at 334.9, and so back in this phase it was called the Spring Valley. It's basically the new Woodbine model, and they modified something on the main floor. So normally this is a sitting area, but I think that they changed this around and had it as a more open laundry space. So it's kind of interesting, but you might lose some of that functional space there. Everything looks good inside. I like the color of the wood. There's even the wood landing upstairs, and then there's the 3 bedrooms, and it looks like good value. It's way better value than the new stuff, I think. They do have a couple years on them, but I think that there's a park right at the end of the road. There's a splash pad close by, so if you've got dogs or if you have kids, it could be a great thing. So next one up is 627 Porter. It's a 1235 square foot Bryant model. You've got a fireplace. It can affect the way you set up the rooms with the fireplace because sometimes that can be a couch, but it's still nice. I think the fireplace really centers the room and it gives you something you don't see in a lot of the townhouses. 1 full bathroom upstairs, and then you have the finished basement with another bathroom down there. So you've got 2 full bathrooms, which you don't normally have unless they've done the basement with the bathroom there. So Elmwood is a bungalow. It's at $399, and I actually think this is a pretty good price. It's a nice sized lot. Pot lights, they've done a little bit of work in here, and in fact a lot of the ones that are original condition are selling for around $400. That stuff there a little bit more original, obviously, with the wallpaper. But you've got the garage, which adds some value, and there's a lot of things in here that lead me to believe they're in a good place. We've got a Lynbrook model, 1,500 square feet on Clark. It's at $409.5. And a lot of the pictures are taken from really low in the previous one and this one. And I would say this is pretty fair value for this home. We've seen it sell for above and below this number. And there's a good chance that they'll end up on the higher side of $400. Spire Circle is a townhouse. It's an end unit, 1,510 square feet. There's no photos. And all I'd have to say is that this one would have to be pretty nice for it to hit this $424.9 mark. Duncan Lane is $439.9, and so it's 1925 square foot townhouse. It's got some hardwood floors. It's got some good upgrades. You could probably argue this one's in a somewhat fair range. The only thing is I don't know where it is in relation to Derry. If it's close to Derry, if it's close to the train tracks, those are all the locational things that can have an effect on it. Bennett is at $459. It is just a bit under 1,500 square feet. You've got some nice flooring here. Separate living dining space. You've got a fireplace in here as well. And then the kitchen. Yep, extra pantry space was a smart thing they did in that kitchen. If you look at this shot here, not a lot of people think to do that, but it's a very clever thing to do. 3 bedrooms, no finished basement. It's in the fair range. You've got some nice mature trees around this one. You're not far from the Hawthorne Village Public School as well, so it can be a nice convenient location. You can walk to Metro and to Starbucks. Lot Crescent is at $479, and I mean, I look at this and what's going through my mind is at least pretend like you're trying. I mean, the photos are just horrible, and this is a good chunk of change for a semi, and you can't even tell things like it's got a finished basement or anything like that. I really don't think it's presenting itself well. This one on Jelinek is it's a honeysuckle. It's actually a really nice floor plan. You've got a really nice open kitchen. There's a lot of windows on the back wall, so kitchen and living space are right there. Pot lights. And one of the things they don't show in here is that it's got a finished basement, and they put the square footage as if it's got the finished basement. There's 2 elevations. There's one just over 1,600 square feet. There's one that's over 17, and then you add the basement space there. Probably not a way out to lunch price, but usually we're seeing things that are a little bit bigger selling up around here for single car garage. Okay, so Brush is, we've got 2 left. The one here on Brush is double car garage, looking for an August possession, which is pretty close, meaning there's not a whole lot of time for these guys. And then you've got a gas fireplace, And it's hard. I don't really know the size. It's less than 2,500 square feet, and if it shows well, there might be a chance there. There's no hardwood on in the family room on the main floor. And then we've got London Terrace at 724.9. It's a 3,200 square foot home. They've done the pot lights even around the outside here on the coffered ceiling. They say it's a 5-bedroom. It's actually 4 plus a den. I don't know if they've enclosed the den at the top of the stairs, but it's one of my favorite models. It's the Wild Rose model, built by Mattamy, and they've done the double sinks. That's a cute bed in the kids' room. So it's really popular because that could be where the 5th room is, and then you've got a separate living room which you could use as an office in the front. When you split the living and dining, it gives you a lot of options. So I don't think this price is that far off compared to what else we've seen. Now that's the listings for the day. If you have any questions, give us a call, and we got the buyer class coming up. I believe it's tomorrow night. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.